Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a combined favourites for you guys. I actually did record and film my March favourites, and then I also filmed my April favourites, but then I didn't really like how the video turned out, so I decided to redo everything. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get started. So okay, I'm going to talk about my March favourites first. Okay, the first two items are skincare items and they are from Neots. And what I have right here is the copper amino isolate activator, and I also have the multi-molecular hyaluronic complex. Okay, the reason why I like this too is that this one, right, initially when I use it, I feel like it was just alright, okay? And the reason why I bought it is because of the how copper can help, promote elastin, collagen and all that, so that you can, maintain a more I don't know, more elastic complexion. So, that's like more like a preventive type of anti-aging serum that you use in your everyday routine. And I think because of the lightweight texture, I decided to just incorporate into my skincare. It's also pretty easy because it's not going to give your skincare routine any burden or anything like that because it's like heavy. So this is just like a liquid, it's like a blue liquid like this that just, it's very easy to just, add it into the skincare routine like I said. Overall, I've been using it for like the past 4 months and I've been really loving it. I have used almost half a bottle. Okay, the reason why I feel like it's because sometimes, when you laugh and when you do certain expression, right, around forehead areas you can see like lines. But after I apply this, I do feel like my skin is slightly more plumped in a way. Not like I have a lot of fine lines to begin with, but I do feel like, when I raise my eyebrows like that and all those, and then when I smile and all this, right, all these places feel a little bit less noticeable. And I feel like because it's like it's innate in us that we always have a different expression, we laugh and talk and we're shocked and surprised and everything. So we do kind of like exercise those muscles and those skin there very often, and I don't want towards the end of the day or like many years down the road then I will have a lot of those like deep set lines there. So I put it on. I do feel like it's lightened up a little bit. I don't know, it just might be me, but I feel good applying it, and I feel like if you feel good about something and you keep using it, then if it makes you happy, then why not, So that is the first one. Second one is their hyaluronic complex. Okay, this one, the smell, initially I couldn't get used to it because it's a little bit strong, but now that I've used for 4 months, I am already like not reactive to it anymore. I just like, oh, put it on and whatnot. But the thing is, the reason why I like it is because there's 15 different types of hyaluronic acids in it. There are three different molecular sizes that you can penetrate deep down into the skin, innermost layer. But what I like about this is because although that it has 15 different type of hyaluronic acid, it is the lightest one of everything that I've tried. I wouldn't say that I've tried a lot of hyaluronic acid serum in the market, but I've tried one from China which is super raved by one of the YouTuber here. When I used it, it was just like really viscous, and when she used it and when she was talking about it, she said that this was the less sticky of the bunch. But when I used it, I was really disappointed because it was very sticky and I don't like it, and no matter how long I let it sink in, you still can feel a little bit of tackiness even after 20 to 30 minutes, which sometimes I feel it's a bit of a hassle because sometimes you just want to apply your skincare and then wait maybe a couple of minutes, like 10 or 5 minutes, and before it absorbs before you go to bed. But the thing is, I waited for 20, 30, 40 minutes. It's still kind of tacky and it's very difficult for me to go to bed because it feels a bit sticky, and you know what I mean. And then I'm not really like impressed with that. Okay, and that one's also usually quite pricey, but that one is good because it's in individual vials which stays fresh. But then I feel like this one, because of the texture, it's much lighter, it absorbs really fast. It's actually a very good alternative to that, and I feel like because of this one, I have been using a lot more hyaluronic acid products. Like, I've been using or incorporating hyaluronic acid into my skincare every single day ever since I have this one because of the texture. And I also used another one from Korea, the individual one from Wellage. That one's more like a one-day kind of like boost, hyaluronic acid boost. That one also felt a little bit tacky. The texture is very similar to this one, but after you apply it, that one gives more like a tacky residue as compared to this one. So I feel like this one is one that, for me, living in a very hot humid climate, and having oily skin, I feel like this one is the one that suits my skincare and my preference the most. So I have been enjoying this one a lot. Next one is this one. I feel like ever since I got this, right, I have been using toner. Like, this one will always be in my skincare routine, either in the day or in the morning, or in the day or in the night time. Either one I will use this one, or then both the time I will use this one. So I don't know why, I feel like this one is very good in a way that it kind of controls the breakouts. Like I still do have like small little hormonal acne, but then the big ones are almost gone already. And I don't want to jinx it, but ever since I incorporated this into my skincare, right, I don't have those big hormonal acne and those like big red ones that is just embedded inside the skin. I don't have that anymore. I have little small ones here and there, but that's probably because of hormones. But the big ones, it's significantly reduced. I haven't had one actually ever since I used this one. So I think this is a very good BHA toner to incorporate into the skincare. It only has 0.5%, so you don't have to worry about it being too much or aggravating or agitating the skin. So I think that is really, really good in this one. So I highly recommend this one. It's not expensive, so you know, I've used this much already. So yeah, I don't see anything why you shouldn't try it because it's very affordable. And if you manage to get it from Style Korean during the sale, it is super affordable. Okay, next one. Alright, I have quite a number of March favorites actually, but they are all more like, it's a well mix of skincare and makeup. So now I will go on to my last skincare items before I move on. This one is actually a March favorites, but I have been still continuing to use it in April. So this is the Biossance Squalene and Probiotic Gel Moisturizer. Initially I don't quite feel it, but I really like it. Okay, it's a gel moisturizer, just sinks into the skin almost immediately. If you have dry skin, then I think you probably need to follow up with an oil or a more like heavy duty moisturizer, but for me, because I have pretty oily skin, I think it's alright, especially if you know sometimes the weathers are a bit too hot to put on a thicker moisturizer. I think this one works perfectly. So I've been using this almost like, okay, the thing is, I'm guilty. For the month of April, I didn't really stick to using a moisturizer at night every single day because, you know, when you stay at home for too long, you just kind of like, you know, the thing about, which I know I shouldn't be doing, but I have been trying to use it back in my routine. So yeah, I really like it. It's like a very nice gel texture. It's lighter than the Drunk Elephant Peptide Moisturizer because that one is more like a cream, but the texture is very similar to like a hybrid kind of gel texture, so it's lighter than that one. But definitely, I feel like the texture, the moisturizing property is definitely more potent than your like, say, Laneige sleeping pack, the one that's also like a very jelly texture. I think definitely this one is good, and you know, probiotics is always good for the skin as well. So I highly recommend this one. Okay, so now move on to my March beauty favorites. The lipstick that I love is this one. This is called Milo Mocha from Rarekind. This is a collection in collaboration with Sydney. I love this color. I'm gonna try and see. Okay, this is a very nice color. It has the right amount of pink, dusty kind of color. It also has the right amount of brown, and in the camera it looks a little bit more red, but in real life it's more muted. So I really enjoy this one. I feel like on the lips it looks really good. It gives enough color even when you're filming, because you know that with the lightings and everything, a lot of the color are washed out, but this one is a type of like MLBB type of color that looks and makes it look more put together, that kind. So it's a kind of color that I feel like if I don't know what to put on that day, I will put on this one. So for the March, the entire month of March, I've been using this non-stop, but then because in April I've been using lesser makeup because I'm always at home because of the circuit breaker period that Singapore is going through. So yeah, I've been using less makeup, but yeah, that is that. And also in March, I have been loving this YSL All Hours foundation. I don't really generally prefer foundation. Reason being, I'm just not a fan of using, I don't know, I just don't like the way you just pump it out onto the fingers or pump it onto the sponge and then just dab it on the fingers and then use the sponge, because I don't like to, you know, use my fingers. So I prefer a cushion foundation. But of course, if you are talking about like cost per wear, of course a cushion foundation is more long lasting. Normally a 30 ml, like a 1 fluid ounce foundation, if I use it every single day, it can last me for a year. As for cushion foundation, it can only last me for 3 months. So you guys can wait and see how you like it. But yeah, I bought this on Black Friday sale last year, and I'm using the color B30. If you guys look at the foundation, right, it actually looks pretty light, but this foundation does oxidize, and when it oxidizes, it really matches my summer skin tone, which I kind of feel like it's a good thing because I do get pretty tan in the summer months. But the bad thing is that you have to wait for it to oxidize. So when you first wear it, right, it might look a little bit pale, but fret not, this one after maybe, I think it was like 1 hour or half an hour, kind of darkens and become a deeper color that suits my skin tone. So and it is also for oily skin, it lasts pretty long. You just need to lightly set and like slightly dust powder on top of it, and you're good to go. And it looks pretty much the same throughout the day. Of course, at the end of the day, I do look a bit oily because I have oily skin anyway. So yeah, but I do enjoy this one. Next one is this one. This is probably my second last makeup products for March. Okay, so this is the 16 brand Attitude Blusher. This is their like Chic Shock brand. Yep. So anyway, this is the color that I have. It's milk tea shot. It's like a mauvey light pink color. Look at it, you might think that it's too light for my skin tone, but I feel like it gives a very natural flush, like, you know, that kind of milk tea shade kind of color, muted but still kind of beachy, kind of mauvey, kind of a pinky kind of color. I really enjoy this one a lot for the whole month of March, and also because during March I don't do a lot of filming that month, so this one do look pretty strong for an everyday natural kind of blush. But of course in camera, if I apply it in front of the camera, you wouldn't be able to see it as strong as like the one I'm wearing today, but it's definitely a very nice everyday blush, and it's very affordable, you know, on Shopee. Singapore Shopee, you got, I think I got this for $5.90 or slightly less than that. It's about $5. It's very cheap, and free shipping, and the shipping comes almost like 2 days after you order it. So I think the seller is awesome, and I really like it. So I mean, if I don't already have a lot of makeup, I would definitely order all other colours, because I think there's a lot of colours that I like as well, but this one is the favourite one, so I ordered this one. But I feel like the texture is also pretty nice. It has a kind of like a bit of blurring effect. It's almost very similar to the 3 Concept Eye, those blusher that I talk about in my yearly favourites. But that one is a little bit more powdery. This one is less that, but it still looks fabulous. So anyway, I'm not sure if you guys can see, but it looks over here. Yes, a little bit of sheen, but it looks very healthy, like a very nice everyday kind of look. I like it. Last. Okay, last makeup items for March. Okay, so this is a BBia powder. I think this is number 8. I think it's like Peanut Blossom or something like that. This is the eyeshadow. They actually did kind of have a bigger size now, but at that time when I wanted to try it, I thought it might be too light, so I ordered this one in the eyeshadow size. This one I use for contouring. I love it. This is the type of contour that it looks very natural in real life, and it kind of gives a little bit of contouring in front of the cameras. I personally don't really want to do too strong contouring because I'm very scared of like overdoing it, and then I have to use a lot of time to kind of like, you know, save my makeup. But this one is really foolproof. You just dip your brush inside it and you don't have to worry about it being too much or whatsoever. I'm wearing it today. It's a very light contour, but honestly, I'm a medium kind of skin tone. This one shows up pretty much. I mean, if you're not into that kind of like light Korean contour, then this one might not be for you, because this one's like really light. But if you're the type of person that you want to do some kind of contouring, or look a little bit more sculpted, but don't want to, you know, invest a lot, or you don't want to, you know, like you're too afraid, this is a very good beginner, and it's like a no-brainer. I just dip a brush in and just, you know, do away with your makeup, and you don't have to be worried about overdoing it. So I like it. Look at the hand armpit. Yep, so okay, let's move on to Apr Favourites. Yeah, I might be rushing because the camera is flashing that the battery is almost used up, so I have to be quick. So for the month of April, since it's a circuit breaker period, right, I didn't go out, I just about the house, and yeah, I don't have to put on a lot of makeup and all those, so a lot of the favourites are skincare favourites. So let's talk about sheet mask. So I have 2 of them. They are from Benton's. This is the Goodbye Redness Centella Mask Pack. I love this one. If you guys see my haul, right, ever since then I have used so much. I'm only left with 2. Okay, and then the other one is this one. This is the Aloe Soothing Mask Pack. I'm left with 4. Yeah, 4 of them. Okay, so yeah, a pack of 10. Okay, but I have been really loving this too. Like, honestly, if you guys want to try Korean sheet mask, then you guys should definitely try out this brand. On and off, Style Korean does give sales and whatnot. You can pick them up. They are really worth the money. And I think like the essence and the mask ratio, the mask is not too big, it fits nicely on my face. The essence is also good enough. It's not like too much to like it's dripping all over. It has a good amount on the mask itself, and there's also a good amount in the packaging where you can still squeeze out and massage your face afterwards. So I think these 2 are pretty good. They don't have any like whitening or anti-aging properties, but they're more like soothing and moisturizing, and this one is to calm down any acne and troubled areas that you have. So I think these 2 masks are absolutely a must, and this one's the second time purchasing this one. So for me, I think I will just continue to repurchase Benton mask. Okay, last but not least, I have these 2. These 2 are cotton pads that I use to do my like, you know, own DIY mask. So basically this one is the a little bit like those spongy type of texture. Okay, this one is definitely thicker than this one from Korea. This is by Khiel. Okay, it looks like this. This is definitely thinner, but this one is it's free for me. I got it from a product when I buy certain things. I can't remember what, but if you guys were to see carefully the sizes, this is definitely thicker than this one, but both works the same. You just douse it with your essence or toner, and then you just put on areas where you need it. So sometimes I don't really like to do mask because I don't like the way that sometimes this portion here is a little bit like wet. I don't like that feeling. So what I do is I take 3 of these cotton pads, I douse it with my toner or my favorite essence, and I put on 3 areas. One on my cheeks, and then on the forehead. I try to ignore this portion because I'm okay with it over here, but I don't want it to be dripping. Like, I don't like the reason why I don't do mask almost every single day is because I don't like the feeling around my chin, like that gooey thing. But I do enjoy mask, right? So on days where I don't feel like that, I will use this one, and then I do my own mask pack, and I feel like it does kind of soothe the skin around my face. Okay, so I like to use these 2 cotton pads, and the essence that I use, the first one is the Khiel's Calendula toner, which is in the fridge, and I'm very lazy to take it, but yeah, that's the one. And then the next one is this SK2 facial treatment essence. So you guys know that I have a love-hate relationship with that, and probably by the time when you see that video, you guys realize that it was not as little as it is now, but because I've been using a lot of this dousing method to kind of put on my skin to kind of like soak in, I have been loving this one. I don't know, I think it's maybe because of my age. Like right now I'm going into my 28, so yeah, maybe my skin is more mature now to be able to kind of like, you know, absorb the good stuff of this essence. But I've been loving this one so far. So yeah, basically, you know, this is what I have for April. I don't have other stuff that, you know, I barely do any makeup. So yeah, I hope I didn't blabber too much. So yeah, this is my April and March favorites. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to stay safe, of course, and don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and then follow me on Instagram if you want to, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!